Hello again, everyone. This is Bob Martin with the Nautilus Dry Docks, the RCSubGuy, and in this video, I wanted to give you an overview of a really cool kit. It's the Engel Type 7C German U-boat submarine, master scale. It's a beautiful boat, got a lot of features. This one came to me almost a year ago. Somebody had it, didn't finish putting it together. I got it thinking maybe I would put it together, but it didn't happen. I cleared it out. It's off to the new owner. But before I ship it out, I wanted to give you guys an overview, let you see what it looks like, what goes into it, what it comes with, and just basically show it off. So let's go take a look. So as just a bit of a preamble, I'm not 100% positive that everything that's here comes with the kit, or that there's something that comes with the kit that isn't here. I do know that this is an earlier version, because in the later versions, Engel actually opened up all of these drain holes and the deck. So you can tell that this is a little bit of an older version. But let's start with the hull. This is obviously fiberglass. It's got a lot of beautiful details in here. I'm going to say, realistically though, these rivet details are not 100% accurate. Rivets seem a little bit far spaced and a little bit oversized, but still for an RC model offer a lot of really interesting detail to take a look at. As I mentioned earlier, the deck is not open, so it'll be a lot of work to open up all of those slots, but certainly something that would be worthwhile doing. Got a separate conning tower casting up here, and it comes with the brass photo etched deck, which is very cool. And the other neat thing about these is all of the railings, both for the conning tower and for the deck, come pre-soldered, pre-assembled, so that saves a lot of work on behalf of the builder. Let's take a look in the back here, and the way that this basically works is you would use a bayonet system and lock the rear in place, and that's what allows you access to the interior of the model and to the cylinder. So you can see, if we look inside here, this big piece of clear acrylic or polycarbonate tubing, and that's the watertight enclosure. And this is the equipment tray that slips inside, and it is, as you can see, fairly sizable. It's like 4 feet long. But if we take a look at some of the details here, we got twin drive motors on the back here, speed controllers, the dive controller that controls the 2 big piston tanks, and you can see one here in the back and the other one in the front. Various other pieces of electronics, your servos that can control your dive planes, rudders, etc. Main drive batteries go right here, and then pressure switch for the T-Max dive system. So basically it's all kind of self-contained in here, and it slips in, like I said, and once it locks down to this bulkhead, which looks like it had snapped free at one end, it becomes a watertight enclosure for all of your expensive bits. Taking a look at the tail section here, you can see the previous owner did a great job of opening up all of these drain holes and the deck. So new owner is going to really like the fact that that was all done. The rudders are all done. They're connected, ready to go. Same with the dive planes. And the propellers are all complete as well. This is the forward end of the watertight compartment. I'm assuming that gets mounted inside, and then the equipment tray locks into this bayonet seating thing that you can see right there, and that's what locks it into place. Also included, we got some brass rod, and we got some lead for the keel. We have a full set of assembly instructions, operation instructions, wiring instructions that come with the boat. And then we got some detail pieces in here. As I mentioned before, all of these pre-soldered pieces, including the net cutter for the front, all of the side railings. We've got front dive plane holders, the inside of the conning tower. The big difference between the Engel kit and the OTW kit is that a lot of the OTW kit requires some scratch building or scratch fabrication. This all has pre-made parts that basically you're putting together as a kit. So it's a little bit easier to assemble, if not 100% accurate in terms of accuracy. We've got deck guns, anti-aircraft guns that come in there, all of the conning tower details, periscopes, and all that kind of stuff. Forward dive planes, seals. Very comprehensive kit. The other thing that is going to come with it is this large block of flotation foam. These can be cut and installed typically in the saddle tank area. And then we've got a huge tube of blueprints that go with the boat that show you where everything goes. So if you're not familiar with the Engel systems, they utilize piston tanks, as I mentioned before. Allows a lot of very precision control over the model. The TMAC system allows for static hovering at depth, which is a really, really cool feature. You can also adjust the trim of your boat through the radio if you have the channel set up that way properly. Well, there you go, guys. That is like a really quick overview of the Engel Master Scale German U-boat in 32nd scale. I hope you enjoyed it. Give you a kind of at least a brief idea about what that kit looks like, what it entails, what you get when you buy a kit like that. Certainly not for the beginner modeler. I'm going to tell you that right now. Believe me. If you have not built an RC submarine before, this is probably not the one to start with. But for the advanced modeler, this is a beautiful kit that offers a ton of features. So thumbs up. It's a great looking model. I hope you enjoyed looking at it. Again, my name is Bob Martin with the Nautilus Dry Docks, also known as the RCSubGuy. Be sure to check out my website, nautilusdrydocks.com, for lots of cool projects, products, information, and resources. Until next time, thanks for joining me. We'll catch you next time.